Zook, you're the only one awake. It's just past sunrise, and you looked down in the southern part of Udok's village and saw hill giants storming up the place. They are approaching some of these smaller buildings in this area of the town down here.
Mm-hmm.
And a few of them are marching up through this field. You see at least a dozen of them.
Okay, do they see me?
No, not yet. It kind of looks like they are bent on a path of destruction.
Right,
Like,
so...
the first thing they saw when they came up were these 3 buildings, which you know, just how slave families live there. And they are approaching those buildings, and they're slamming their clubs down on rocks and breaking down trees and mowing down rows of crops as they approach. But no, nobody's seen you yet.
I waste absolutely no time in saying, Lolo Piho Luluwile.
And your body fades out, and you can no longer see yourself.
Alright, and I'm going to run as fast as I can to the inn where I assume all my buddies are at.
And that lasts for how many minutes?
It's a good question.
10, unless it's different than the spell.
It is different from the spell. It's not technically the invisibility spell. This seems like the kind of thing that you should have written down.
2d4 minutes.
Okay, so go ahead and roll 2d4.
4 and
so
2, so 6 minutes.
6 minutes of invisibility, which is plenty of time to get to the inn.
Okay. And I run immediately straight up. I mean, I'm hauling ass as fast as my little legs can take me. I go immediately to Captain Tarin's room and start banging on his door. And I bang on other doors as I'm going, and I'm saying, Hill Giants, Hill Giants.
Okay. So you bang on this door, which is the household of... Give my name list out here.
Wait. I thought I said I was going to the inn.
Right.
Was Tarin not in the inn?
You saw the Hill Giants from down here, and you said you were banging on doors as you go.
Oh, I thought I was coming from this direction. Because I was up here.
Okay, no, that's fine.
From up here.
So you run directly to the inn?
Yeah. No, I don't want. I'm not running towards the Hill Giants. I'm running up here, and I'm saying I'm banging on all the doors in the inn. Okay,
yeah, you run back to the mug, and you start banging on doors, and before you know it, the owner of the inn, Khalil Udok, who was not born into the Udok family, he married into it, but he operates the inn. He's usually not there during the day, but he does sleep there. So you rouse him, and you rouse the dwarf, Iron Glove, and Poem, and the 2 Sandelf brothers who are staying, and finally all of the PCs. And that's the call goes up. Hill Giants, etc.
Tarin's gonna look at Eldove, and then he's going to activate the Sending Stone and say, which giant do I give this stone to?
So you're activating the Sending Stone that Eldove has?
I gave that.
You're holding
to Tarin.
It.
Yeah. I didn't want to hold that shit.
Gotcha.
That seemed like a bad call.
I asked Luke, how many are there?
You said I saw like at least a dozen?
At quick glance, at least a dozen.
Yeah, not to say exactly that. I saw at least a dozen coming into town, maybe more behind.
At the mention of that many Hill Giants, you see fear on the faces of most of the inn proprietors, patrons rather, especially the Sand Elves. They don't like the sound of that at all. But not Iron Glove, the dwarf woman. You see her head back into her room, and a few minutes later, she comes back out with a great axe in her hand, short bow, and a quiver slung along her back. Looks at all of you in turn and just marches out the door.
That's bad.
We probably don't want to start a fight if we don't have to, right?
Well, a fight's
People
coming.
say I'm mad.
Should we alert anyone else? Should we alert the rest of the town if they haven't seen already?
Do I receive any response from the Sending Stone? Or?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask the innkeeper, is there any way to notify the entire village? Like, do you have like a bell or something?
Kyle looks at the front door. So we can probably bar that. They won't get in.
No.
That's exactly what Tarin says.
We should probably let the guards know.
Yeah, I'm on that.
I will
So, Brick.
I will join you.
Minor illusion says it goes as loud as a lion's roar.
Yeah,
That's
I was
right.
thinking the
How
same
loud
thing.
is that?
It's as loud as a lion's roar. I mean,
Well, like, if I shouted that bitch on the top of the roof, like, how far would that go?
probably they wouldn't hear it on the outskirts of the village. But elsewhere they might. I mean,
I'm gonna go outside.
Yeah, Tarin is too.
tell you what, Nodal,
Where-
you do the homework. You Google how far away can you hear a lion's roar.
Where are the
Oh, man,
giants?
you
from
shouldn't
here?
have said that, because you know I'm going to actually do that.
I know you are. Good. That means I don't have to do it. Now, as you guys exit the inn, you hear the
5
faint
miles.
sounds of crashing and screams from the southwestern portions of the village. And looking down in the fields here, you see 3 of the hill giants marching up towards, up around this wooded area where Rolxes lives, and they notice you there. And they pick up their pace.
Alright, well, we're already noticed. In that case, I'm going to shoot out the minor illusion.
Okay.
And have it come from... It can come from anywhere I can see within, like, 120 feet, so there's no reason to center it on us.
Right.
I'm going to center it in, like, the air in the middle of the village.
Okay.
And have it shut out hill giants approaching. Shit, I have no idea. Where should we send them? Like, the Lord's Manor? What do you think?
Or
Send
just say
them
take
north.
shelter.
Just run north. Yeah, just flee.
Evacuate north.
Yeah,
flee.
evacuate north.
Okay. And you see the hill giants marching towards you, and you see Iron Glove with her great axe in hand, and she starts hollering a battle cry.
There's only 3 of them
There's
coming
3.
towards us right now?
It only took one of them to put your ass on the ground.
I'm just checking.
Yeah, you see
We could
3
take
of them.
3 hill giants.
So these 3, they were in I think it's, was it shift? How do I get this wrong?
Tab.
I've seen it.
Tab button.
Okay. So they were around Rox's place?
No, they were coming from the fields down here.
Okay.
They've not entered the woods, and they're coming up this direction. But it's going to take a while before you're engaged. So, Nodal, you shout out with your illusion, "Hill giants are coming! Escape to the north, bitches!" At that, many slave families around town begin poking their heads out the door, seeing what's going on. And Benipe, the proprietor of the store, comes out the front door, where you all are standing. And who went to get the guardswoman?
McDoll's.
Okay, go ahead and move your dudes up to the guardhouse. So Benipe comes out and sees Orphan and Eldove standing there, and he just flicks his eyes back and forth between the two of you. He looks out in the field, he sees the hill giants, and he disappears back into the store.
I'm gonna, because this doesn't last for a minute, I'm gonna have it keep repeating the message every 15 seconds.
Okay. And
I'm
you see families poking their heads out of these houses here.
I'm gonna take a minute to or take an action at least to use thaumaturgy to make my voice 3 times as loud.
Okay.
And I'm on my way to Rox's place,
Okay.
and I'll keep shouting the warning as I go. Hill giants, hill
Okay.
giants.
Now, by the time you
north.
get right here, Orphan, one of the Udocs, Chimere, the field master you met yesterday,
Right.
has come out, and he looks at you. So what's happening?
I say in a voice 3 times as loud as normal because thaumaturgy slip. Hill giants approaching from the southwest.
And you see he's just rolled out of bed. He's still in his night clothes. He's got a sword belt strapped on with a short sword at one end and his whip at the other. And he gives you a look like he doesn't believe you. And then he marches off through the woods in the direction that you've indicated.
Alright. Well, F that guy. I continue on to Rox's place.
By the time you get to Rolx's place, Rolx's already poking out the door. And you see he is girded for battle. He's got his short bow and his short sword out, quiver on his back. And he looks at you and he says, "Is it true, hill giants?"
I say, yes, 12 of them, too many.
He nods. He says, "All right. He says, gather as many of the slaves as you can and get them back to the mug."
Alright, so I'll go and do that.
Okay. Now,
Tarin is going to, where you guys start?
Wait, do you come back to the mug to tell me that? Because
well, right now they're
I'm
at
telling
Rolx's
everyone to
cabin.
escape to the north.
Yeah, we're at Rox's place.
Oh, we all came with you?
I
I
had
did you?
to plan
I
it.
don't know.
So I
know
was
what
going to
did.
say, Zook,
Yes.
Tarin and Eldove are all exceptionally powerful ranged combatants. My thought is we should get up into the cover on this hill and try and snipe these giants as they come up through the fields. The 3 that have broken off from the main group.
Orphan, from where you're standing, you start hearing crashes and screams on the other side of the woods towards the western fields.
Especially if people are going to be rounded up in the mug.
All right. I look at Rolls. Are you going northeast?
Rolks says, no, that's not where the people were in the danger, and he slips away through the woods to the west.
I'll follow him then.
Okay. You guys get up to the guard's house, and many of the guardswomen are already marshaled, and you see Wahiba there, who was about to begin her morning patrol, and Nikhil, and each of them have 4 guardswomen with them. And then you see the daughter come out. She's wearing much more ornate armor than her lieutenants are. And what did I arm her with? Let's see here. Yeah, she has a great sword strapped to her back, and she's wearing this brown cloak over her armor with the hood down. As she comes out, and she looks at the 2 of you. So we heard the cry go up. What's going on?
Indeed. At least a dozen hill giants are coming up from the south. They're breaking things as they come along.
And she barks some orders to her lieutenants. She looks around. She says, "Where's Amina?" And one of the guardswomen pipes up. She says, "She hasn't returned from her patrol yet." And daughter does not seem to take that news in any good spirit. But she barks a couple more orders. And she orders Wahiba to take 4 guardswomen to defend the store. She orders Nikhil to take 4 guardswomen and defend the iron door. And then she, the daughter herself, takes 5 guardswomen and starts heading down the road to the south.
I look at Khalil and say, we don't have time to find this Amina, do we?
No idea where she could be.
So where did the 2 of you go from here?
Probably back toward the mug.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're following the daughter back toward the mug?
Yeah.
And you follow the guardswomen down the road. By the time you get to this area here, you can look down the road to the south and you can see the destruction, where the hill giants are razing these buildings to the ground with their great clubs, dragging people out of the houses and just slaying them. The daughter takes her guardswomen and takes up a defensive position in front of the Udok's manor. And holds. And the 2 of you continue back to the mug with the other guardswomen. And like I said, Wahiba takes up a defensive position here at the store. And Nikhil takes up her position in front of the mug. Tarin, Zook,
What's going on with Iron Hands?
With Iron Glove, she's racing. She's moving across this field. She looks intent on engaging these hill giants.
Aaron
I
was
think-
playing.
Okay, so once I see people starting to meet up at the mug,
Mhm.
I change the instructions
Okay.
to say that safety is at the mug.
Okay.
And then I say, well, Tarin, you said we should meet up over here, but the hill giants are coming from here, and the mug's right here. So I'm thinking we should go up to this hill.
Yeah, that's what I said originally.
Oh, for some reason I thought you said over here.
But I don't know about if Iron Gloves is going to just run out there. Maybe we should go support her. It's only 3 giants. We can't deal with a dozen, but if we can
Well,
get,
where are the
get them in
giants?
small batches.
Where are the 3 giants?
They're leaving this field here. When you first
Yeah,
spotted
so
them off
if
in the
we're
distance,
here,
they're coming
we'll be able
up.
to see them.
Yeah, you've got a nice view from this hill of this whole area here.
So let's head up to that hill.
Yeah.
And let's do what we can to support.
I want to get some giants out.
So
And she's
I
gonna
figure,
get herself killed. Let's
yeah.
again. I think the 3 of us. I don't know about handling 3 giants, but
Well, see, we can at least weaken them a little bit, because
Yeah.
we can start shooting from 120 feet away.
Okay. Zook is going to reapply his invisibility before they go up this hill, and take up a position behind the ruins here.
Okay.
So he's hidden, but can keep an eye on what's going on.
Hey,
My
Eldove,
lord.
you want to give him something to look at? And I'm going to cast Minor Illusion above the crest of the hill, showing a hill giant getting skewered with arrows as a taunt.
Okay.
Minor illusion can only be 5 feet.
Oh, well, it's a very small hill giant.
He's starting to use depth perception on him.
All right.
And actually, Death Perception. I will make the noises because he can't make the noises and the thing. I will make the noises of a hill giant.
That raises the question, Nodal. What does a hill giant getting skewered with arrows sound like?
Oh, he knows that. We've done that.
Yeah.
All right. Orphan.
Mhm.
Let me spawn in Rolksies
So
here.
I was following Roxy's. Where did he go to?
By the
He's
way, Brick,
coming through the
just
woods to
assume
this
that
field.
when they get 120 feet away, I'm going to start shooting fireballs at them.
Alright, I said to Roxy's, I'll see if I can draw them off. You you round up the slaves and bring them elsewhere.
By the time you break the tree line and you see this field here, it's immediately apparent that rescuing these particular slaves is not going to happen. I mean,
Oh,
the
okay, well-
hill giant has started to... I mean, they were dragged from the house. The house itself has been smashed in.
Mhm.
And when Rolksies see the sight, he shakes his head and starts heading back towards the north away from the hill giants.
Well, can I call after him to look in on his family? Make sure that they're safe.
And he turns back. And you say this as are you moving with him? Or are you letting him walk away?
No, I'm letting him walk away.
Okay. And he turns back, and you see just this look of disgust on his face, and he says, "They're the ones I'm worried least about."
Alright, I nod to him.
And then he disappears back
so
in the
is-
woods to the north.
So if he's going north, I'm not super worried about him. But there are all these slaves here who are being slaughtered.
Okay, so you're going to take on some hill giants on your own?
I am going to draw their attention on my own. I'm not going to actually stand and fight here.
Okay.
I'm just going to try to get their attention away from the giants. So actually, I'm not going to fight. I'm going to use thaumaturgy again.
Okay.
Let's see. What can I do with thaumaturgy? I can cause harmless tremors in the ground for 1 minute. So
You
I'll do
can.
that. Yeah. So I shout out and I cause some tremors.
Okay, and the ground shakes slightly, and these two hill giants here, this one is in this field. He's locked to the grid. That's not good. Oh well, whatever. I don't care. Yeah, he's in this field, tearing apart some crops, and this one here pokes his head through a broken window of the house to see the source of the tremors. And where are you standing at this point?
So I was standing when we broke the tree line. I guess we're about right here, and I'm
Yes.
going to try to run away to the southeast.
Okay, well
through the fields.
they both notice you, and when you come into this field here, you see a couple more hill giants in the field here, and these ones are doing unspeakable things with their great clubs to some of the slaves that were tending the fields at dawn.
Dang.
You also see this one here. I hate that it always spawns in the middle of the table. It's always so far away from where I am. Closing in on Chimere. Chimere has come to investigate, and you see he's kind of retreating a little bit into the tree line, but this giant is coming at him at the same time.
Okay. So I'm going to spend a couple of key points here.
Okay.
Use my Fist of the Crashing Waves to push the giant away from Chimere.
Okay, so you're going to enter combat with the giant?
Yeah, I guess so.
Alright, in that case, what I'm going to do is we're going to save this table. And we're going to get a new table.
No response back yet. The sun doesn't start enough.
No, it's only been a matter of minutes, but there has not been any yet. Yeah, we're going to load in a new table real quick. Embrace the void.
Of
Oh, there's
white.
What has happened?
Nich is going to take on a hill giant all by himself. So, Nich, let's
Good luck with
let's
that.
play this combat out up in like the top left quadrant up here.
Okay.
So we have these. You're coming in up here.
Nick, you cray.
This giant.
I'm not trying to kill the thing. I'm just trying to knock it away from Chimere.
I get it.
I'm in combat with it, but
yeah. So you're approaching from this direction over here, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay. You don't get initiative before the giant. It just kills Chimera. You just walk away.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh. All right, so my initiative there was 6.
6.
Yep.
Better than what Chimera got. Actually, the giant was not that close to Chimera yet. So you turn and you see this, and the first thing that you see is Chimera has his sword out, and you see his hand is shaking a great deal in front of him. And he's wielding a short sword, but he's holding it in 2 hands, clutched out in front of him. Which is not how you're supposed to hold a short sword. And the giant closes in on him very quickly and starts to bring this club down on top of him. And as the club comes down, Chimera dives out of the way to the right, drops his sword onto the ground, and it clatters to the field below. And a great crash with his great club slams in the ground next to him. The giant immediately picks it back up and brings it down right on top of him, whacks him around the side of the head, and Chimera goes reeling to the ground. You see blood pouring out of his temple.
Alright.
And now it's your turn.
I leave. That looked like it for Chimera.
Or Chimera.
I don't care about him that much.
No, Chimera, really? He was the asshole who was whipping slaves in the field. Come on, dude.
Yeah, I was there for that.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was slave whipping guy.
Okay, but the giant has noticed you, so let's do this. Let's move this giant back here a little bit. Let's move Chimera right here.
Okay.
So where did you actually move to when you're moving away?
So if I was about here, then I was gonna go northwest toward the cabin, because that was in the wooded area. I figure I can lose the giant there.
Okay, and make sure you move up to your speed. That's going to be important.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my speed's 45, so I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I'll go up to about here.
Okay.
All right.
The giant
is... take the dash action?
No, I can move even further than that. Yeah, because I'm not engaging him, so I'm just.
Oh, so you're just out of it. You're gone. You're
He's bouncing.
Back into the tree line.
Yep.
Okay. Fair
You
enough.
escaped to the end of the map. That was the objective for that map.
Yeah, that was fine. I mean, that's perfect.
That's when the alert phase ends after you get on.
So Orphan got back up into the woods about here.
Yeah.
As far as you can tell, the giant did notice you, but you also know he's not fast enough to catch you.
My name is Sonic.
No, for whoever said you're lawful evil, yeah, Khalil is Keyskin. He
I'm just giving you a hard time.
I know.
Wait, those giants are getting awfully close. Are they 120 feet away yet?
Oh, they are. We're going to load up a new map. Actually, I got to save this one first and come back to it. I'm naming this map Hill Giants LOL.
Hill Giants lol.
Hill Giants parentheses 3 parentheses.
Hill Giants LOL. Alright. So your guys' hill, the edge of it is up here like this. Iron Glove has taken up like a pseudo-defensive position here.
Where's the little the ruins up here somewhere? I was going to try to be kind of shielded by them, behind them.
They would be behind you off the side of the map.
Okay. Because that's kind of where Zook was, actually. He was sort of...
Okay, yeah, you just put yourself back there, that's fine.
He was turning invisible back there.
In fact, if you want, I will draw you the little edge of the ruins here, so if you're up there, you can...
I'm just sort of in the ruins or whatever.
This hillside is steep, but it's not so steep that you can't get up and down it.
Yeah.
You could run up and down this hillside with some difficulty. In fact, if you really want to put mechanics to it, I would just count like these squares here. The 1 or 2 squares on the actual slope is difficult terrain for getting down. So
My climbing would handle that, though, right?
So how far is a square, roughly?
5
5
feet.
feet.
It'd be 24 would be 120 feet.
You're gonna need to back these hill giants up a little bit more.
why?
We started shooting their ass 120 feet away.
So you engaged with the hill giants even before this?
Oh, way before this.
Oh, that was,
Yeah, as soon
that
as they're in
was
range.
dumb.
Double this.
That was dumb. All right. Stretch me out
No, that's
120
fine.
feet then. Show me a line. 120-foot line.
I think Destil's counting.
I like how we talked in pregame about how we were going to try to not fight these
Yeah.
guys,
Yeah.
and now we're
I
just
know,
fighting.
right?
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
This
I
would
know,
be
right?
120
What's
from
with the game,
the edge of the
lethal?
ruins.
Yeah, but at the same time,
Okay.
like I said, Khalil hasn't had time to settle into the game yet.
All right, so we'll put him back here.
Listen, we got 120 feet to flee from these guys. We're fine.
Let's see some initiative.
Oh boy. Cannot believe you people are doing this.
I'm not taking on 12 giants, but
Jeez.
Hey!
McDohl.
Khalil's on a 3.
Brick,
What?
We here?
can you describe what the ruins are like in terms of stability?
Very, very stable. Like it part of it's crumbled away, but not all of it is crumbled away, if that makes sense. Like the rocks that are there are not in any danger of being destroyed by mundane sources.
So if, say, some PCs were to shove ruins down the hill towards the hill giants.
Oh,
they'd
you're
probably-
talking about like pieces of rubble?
Yeah.
Make me a wisdom
something-
10. Do a wisdom 10 check.
Okay.
How wise is our priest?
he's wise. He's not educated.
17 plus 21.
21.
Shit on that wisdom check.
With some great difficulty, you guys could probably roll pieces of rubble down this hill. Here's the problem. Hill giants love to throw boulders.
Yeah, I don't think we want to give them boulders to throw at us.
And they can throw them
Never mind.
very, very far. Now, they're approaching you from a field, and they're coming across some, like this scrubland coming towards the hill. There's not a lot of ammunition laying down there.
Right.
And what you're afraid of is if you roll giant pieces of rubble down this hill,
Yeah,
they're going to
they'll
pick them
throw
back up and throw them
and
at you.
throw them, yeah. My idea was just, hey, go bowling for giants, but no, it doesn't. Not
I'm
a
glad
thing.
you passed that wisdom check.
Tarin, what's your initiative?
I'm also not there.
20. I'm sorry, 12. What am I saying?
12. Zook, what's yours?
I already forgot. I rolled a 6. Oh, it's 10.
10.
You got a +6 initiative? That's
And
rad.
Eldove.
No, I rolled a 6. +4 initiative.
Eldove, what's your initiative?
14.
14. Look at this cheater. He always goes first. Look at this. He's got those magic dice. And Khalil, what's yours?
3. I
Where is our
decided
cleric? Is he in this combat?
No, he's
I
not.
decided instead of cheating this thing that I'd
Where
go
did-
for the opposite of cheating.
Where did Arik go?
Still cheating, but wanted to make yourself like underestimated.
Arik's not there. He's with the store. He's at the store with the dude.
Okay, so he's at the
Really?
store. So Arik,
I can have my key points back.
standing at the store, eventually one of the lieutenants and 4 of her guardswomen show up there and take up a defensive position in front of the store. And a few moments after that happens, Benipe comes back out, and he is now girded for battle himself. He's wearing some studded leather armor. He's holding a long spear, and he looks at the guardswomen. He doesn't say anything to them. It's not his place as a slave to say. But he moves away from the store and starts moving south where the giants are. And when he notices you're standing there, and he looks over at you, he says, "Brother, say a prayer for me when I'm dead." And he starts heading that direction.
I sort of give chase a little bit.
Chase after him?
Yeah, a little.
Okay.
Does this happen often? Do you guys get raided by hill giants often?
Shakes his head. It's the first time they've come onto the plantation. But I'm not going to miss this chance for a glorious death. You've given me a new vitality, brother. You've given me something to fight for. I'd forgotten my roots. And now that I remember, today I will taste blood! He continues marching off to the south. Eldove.
I
We
stopped
gotta
for a
keep
brief
this guy
moment.
alive and bring him back to the ship.
Eldove, you were gonna do something like fireball-y eventually.
Yeah, it's like a fireball,
Okay.
only it's more of a circle.
Right.
Could I have the pen tool?
I thought you did. I can promote you though. There you go. Don't draw a dick. If you draw a dick, I'm killing your character.
It's a dick of fire, though.
A dick
Doodle that dingle dangle.
And how thick is this wall? 1 foot, so it's not worth.
So, you're doing a wall of fire. You're not doing the fireball.
I'm doing a wall of fire.
Okay.
And
Now, none of them start in the actual wall itself, but I'm assuming you're aiming the wall inwards?
correct.
Okay, so if they end their turn or try to move through the wall, they take a shitload of d8s of damage.
Yeah, enters the wall for the first time or ends its turn there.
Or ends its turn in the flaming part in front of the wall. This is my favorite tactic, too. I love it. My Warlock has done this every session for like 5 sessions. Alright, so yeah, Eldove shoots his ring out, and you see the ring glow for a moment, and then flames erupt out of the ground surrounding these hill giants. And
Now, the wall is opaque, so it's going to be tough for you guys to shoot in there.
yes.
Tarin, you should just blacken that entire fucking thing so they can't
I've actually
see
got
shit.
something better.
So this wall shoots up, and like Nodal says, it's opaque. You can see vague shapes moving inside the wall, but it's difficult to see if they're the giants or the flames licking up. How high does the wall go? Was it
20 feet.
20 feet? Okay. So no, you can't see the tops of the hill giants sticking out. And at this, you see Iron Glove stop her charge, and she's still holding her great axe out in front of her. She starts looking around, and she sees you up on the hill with your glowing ring.
I wave.
And you wave to her.
Hi! Hey, lady!
Tarin.
Alright, so seeing that Tarin has an idea, he's going to move forward a bit so he's in range, and then he's going to drop Evard's black tentacles directly in the center of the
hells
wall of
yeah.
fire.
Yes,
It's a 20-foot
absolutely.
cube, so it pretty much fills the entire area.
Here, I'll go ahead and let you draw it.
I'll need a promotion.
I did.
Thank you.
I gotta click like 3 buttons to make that happen.
Poor baby.
So if they start their turn there, they have to make a dex save. They take 3d6 bludgeoning damage, and they become restrained if they fail.
Okay.
And a creature that is restrained takes 3d6 bludgeoning at the start of their turn. Once they're restrained, they can spend their action to make a strength or dex check against my spell DC to escape. And that it does consume their action to do so.
Cool. And
DC is 16.
Can I just say this might be the worst square?
I've seen worse, but only once, in 4E where everyone has zones.
It's a 4-dimensional square.
All right. And as you're crafting these black tentacles, and you can't see very much of them inside the flames, but as you're crafting them, you get a message from the stone.
Don't attack my hill giant.
And the message is simply, how many of my giants have you killed?
Through that voice brick, is it enough that I can do a sending back to the person with my actual sending spell? Am I familiar enough with them at this point?
It is not, because you've never met this person, you don't know who they are, you don't know where
The
they're
sending
from.
itself isn't enough, okay.
No.
We'll let them know in a few...
Do I have a reply on that right now?
No,
That's what I thought.
because you sent out the message with the stone this
Yeah, that's
morning.
what I thought.
Why ask a question if you can?
Yeah,
Zook.
This guy does not understand.
I'll tell you
sending
tomorrow.
spells.
This guy.
Zook.
Okay, so I see this wall of horribleness go up, and I don't have a clear shot into it, and
do
they're
not.
just out of my range. So I'm going to ready an action
Okay.
to shoot an arrow at any giant that makes it out of that suck hole alive.
That suckhole.
Yes.
Okay.
And
so,
and remember, I'm invisible.
gotcha. That's fine.
I just want that to be clear.
All right. So it's a dex save to evade the tentacles. Is that correct?
DC 16.
And he passes. And so that means he's not restrained and he can just move away, yes?
Yes. I
Okay.
think he might take the damage automatically, though. No, he avoids the damage if he can move.
Well, he's got to move through a wall of fire, so he's going to take some damage. He's going to move to here. So, Nodal, go ahead and roll the damage because he moved through your wall of fire. It's like
okay.
infinity D8s. That's a good... If you can lock them down inside that oven, that's a great... It's a great feeling.
I'm gonna need one more D8.
Oh, restrained creatures get disadvantage on reflex saves, too, I think.
But he passed his save, so he wasn't restrained.
No, I'm saying if any of them get grabbed, like, they're in a whole new world of suck.
Does anyone have a D8 I can grab?
Oh my goodness.
Grab one of mine.
Hold on.
I don't have any.
Put the dice down so I can fix this. There you go. Oh, it's only 5d8?
It's 5D8.
You
yeah.
friggin' noob. Go ahead, whatever. I was rolling like 7d8 on my wall of fire. Hell yeah. I don't get to reroll ones on fire damage though, so.
Oh.
Alright, so
Ouch,
8,
that's
10, 12, 14 plus 5, that's 19.
19. I gotta get a calculator after this. And Zook, you have a ready to action. Why don't you go ahead and take that?
That thing's still alive because my ready to action was he makes it out of it alive.
Oh, he's very much alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have advantage from invisibility.
I know. All part of the plan. All right, so that'll be what is that?
Yeah.
17 plus.
Are you within range on your bow there?
Huh?
Are you within range on your bow?
1, 2. Oh yeah, he's well within range. My range is 80.
Is that the first number or the second number?
First number.
Okay, you're good.
All right, so that'll hit. So
You don't want to roll again?
what?
Yes, you get a crit.
Oh, because I have advantage.
You have
yeah,
advantage.
Yeah, you do have an advantage.
Yeah, just in case.
Now this kills your invisibility though.
I know.
Okay.
Okay, never mind.
All right, so the start is 3 plus I'm up to plus 5, so that's 8. Sneak attack.
Smoosh.
Is
10.
10. So that's 18 total.
18 total. Okay. So you see this first hill giant kind of with his hands trying to shield his face from the fire. He comes leaping from the flames, and you can see where he's been scorched and burnt. And the second he breaks the plane, he's looking around, just kind of frantically. And when his head starts to move up towards the hill, he catches this arrow, thunk, right on his upper chest. And he roars in pain. And he reaches behind him. From one of the folds of fat that hill giants are renowned for, he produces a horn. And he looks up on the hill. Eldove.
Shit.
I'm sorry, Tarin. He looks directly at you.
Sorry, what did he produce?
A horn.
A horn.
A horn.
And he brings it up with both hands, and he puts it to his mouth, and he blows, and a mighty sound echoes from it across the whole plantation.
Well, you're saying something about avoiding combat?
Orphan, you hear this horn from where you're at in the woods, and
Okay.
mere moments after you hear it, you start from off to the west, to the other side of the woods, where the carnage and the hay was going on. You start hearing the sounds of hill giants moving your way, the crunching of trees beneath their feet. And if you poke your head through the tree line, you can see a few of them are gathering up rubble from the houses they've destroyed and just gathering up in their arms so they have ammunition to throw. And they're headed in the direction that the horn was sounded.
Rip, run, GG.
Yeah, I'm gonna go north from here.
Okay, where are you headed to? Like in the actual town?
Toward the direction of the shop. Because I think that was about north from where my last position.
Yeah, if you go up north through the woods, you'll emerge from, like, right across the street from the shop.
Yeah.
And running that direction, you're also going to run into Arik, just because that simplifies things for me a little bit. All right, this guy gets to make a dex save, and he fails. So he does not pass the tentacle check. So he's restrained. What kind of damage does he take from the tentacles?
I'm rolling it right now.
Nice.
16
Nice.
damage.
Nice.
16.
Bludgeoning.
And he gets to try to take an action to become unrestrained.
Yep, it's a DC 16 strength or dex.
I bet I can guess what he's going to go for.
And he passes very easily. He passes.
So that's his action for the turn.
That's his action for the turn, which means dun, 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 he ends his turn inside the wall of fire, which means he gets burned. Nodal, you want to burn this guy?
Oh, do I?
Save.
Look at these shitty
Save-
yellow dice he's using. You can't look at this. Is awful. Nodal.
16.
have-
Sorry, the golden dice?
Yeah, first off, they're golden dice. Second, I lost my count while I was playing that. So 27 plus 5 is 32.
All right. Khalil.
These guys are crazy.
They kind of are. We had this whole conversation about how smart it would be to engage these hill giants in combat, and then what did they do?
Yeah.
Listen, we also had a whole conversation with Khalil about how, I'm not going to leave everyone behind. And the first chance he got to leave everyone behind.
He's standing right there with you.
Yeah.
He's literally right there on the hill.
Yeah.
And he has an action. Let's see it.
Yeah. Arrow time. Nope.
So you launch an arrow at the hill giant.
NVM.
The hill giant knows all of you are there. Just so we're clear on that. He locked his eyes directly on Tarin, and none of you were out of view when he did that. And he's kind of mad.
I would be too if these people were, lighting them on fire. And
Dex save is
Raising
DC 16, you said?
Yes.
Alright, he fails that, so go ahead and roll the damage for that. He passes his strength check, so he's not restrained anymore. And then
5 damage.
5 damage.
Impressive.
And then Eldove, you can burn him. Now they're gold. See? This. Yeah, these are gold.
Bronze.
Eldove
These
is a metallic
bronze
dragon.
dice, yeah.
So how much damage is that?
12, 14, 21, 25, plus 5 is 30.
30 damage. So you have not seen any more movement from this horribleness. Does this square require concentration, Tarin?
Yes.
Okay. Eldove. It is your turn.
Not Eldove.
Take an action.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yes!
Yeah.
Oh my god!
At this point, Tarin's gonna yell, might be best to back away a bit. Let's get out of here. Putting it the horn.
I will in just a second. And that second is... Boom! Fireball.
Okay.
Not the one approaching us.
That one I'm gonna fucking run from. Okay, so...
He gets a dex save
86.
against that fireball.
This is where I need you to spawn a whole bunch of D6s, Brick.
Just use Tarin's. Here, I'll just duplicate Tarin's.
I got 1.
That should be in plenty.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 1 more.
There's 3 up here.
Alright, 8. That's a lot of 6s.
Yep.
Yeah.
8, 9, 10, 14, 17, 21, 27, 33, plus 5 is 38 fire damage
38?
on a non-failed dex save. They have to make dex saves.
Well, you can only get the 1. Where are you putting the fireball? Oh, you're not throwing at the yellow one. Got it. I thought you were hitting the yellow one, because that'd be the smart thing. That's what I would do.
No, I'm running from the yellow one. We went
They
over this.
Both pass dex saves. So they take, how much is for half?
19.
19. Okay.
And then
And I'm gonna-
I book it.
I'm gonna speak into Iron Glove's mind, as her turn's coming up and saying, get the hell out of
Are
there.
you within 30 feet of her?
Yeah, I counted. She's exactly 30 feet away from Tarin. Just at the edge.
Yeah, we did the
'Cause
thing we were trying to do to save her butt. but
What exactly?
now
What exactly do you say to her?
Get the hell out of there.
Okay. It's actually Iron Glove's turn here. Let's get her. She's holding this great axe, and she rushes towards this giant.
Of course she does.
Of course she does.
Get out! Get out of there!
Well, I guess you get your sneak attack this round if she's still alive.
Yeah. Actually, I
She
will.
hits.
Zook gets an action before.
I don't know how much time have you
Yellow.
spent with her. Can you really consider her an ally?
The enemy of my enemy.
So Iron Gloves runs up, holding this great axe, lets out a battle cry, and cleaves into this giant's leg. Just hacks off a big piece of it. And she does the same thing again. Holy crap, that's a lot of damage. Don't you guys hate Mary Sue NPCs in games?
I do.
Like,
No, I'm all about her chopping this dude's leg off because that's okay with me.
and
If
she,
it's like
she
gets
takes
chopped off, it
two
can't be raised dead.
great hits with this great axe, cleaving into the hill giant's leg, and you see him go down to one knee as just pieces of muscle and bone are just cleaved away from its leg. And you can see now its attention is divided between Tarin and Iron Glove. Tarin, your move.
First, I'm going to Eldritch Blast that giant.
As you do.
As you do.
As you do. Couple ammo.
That's-
So those are plus. That's actually got a decent attack bonus. Those are plus 8.
Gotta hit 13.
12 and 15, or 13.
So one of them hits.
Okay, so that deals 10 force damage.
10 force damage to the
Yep.
yellow giant.
Yep.
Okay. You let loose with your Eldritch Blasts, and one of them goes wide because you're aiming at him just as he's falling down to one knee, and it goes wide and disappears somewhere over the wall of fire. The other one hits him in the chest, and you see the starlight kind of fade across its being, and you know you got a direct hit.
I'm going to retreat 30 feet.
Do it.
And I'm going to yell, get the hell out of there.
Okay. Zook.
All right, I get sneak attack, so I can't resist that. Also, I have bonus action, so I can run really fast even after attacking.
Yep.
So,
Oh, good
Yeah,
luck,
you don't.
Giants.
There it
Yeah,
is.
get fucked. Get fucked.
do I get my sneak attack
Yes,
twice?
you do. All
Okay.
dice are doubled. The static is once, all dice are doubled.
All right, so that's
You're dealing more damage than Eldove's fireballs for a change.
Yes.
all right. So that'll be the base will be 6 plus 5 is 11, and then I get to do sneak attack's just straight D4, so I get to do this twice.
Right?
Your
Yeah.
sneak. Yeah.
Let's see.
And that's
9.
enough.
At 15.
Okay. And then
Zook peeks
And
up
then-
from behind this rubble where he was knelt back.
I
Pulls
run
out
the
his
hell
short
after
bow.
that.
Now, are you running with Tarin, or are you running a different direction from Tarin?
I'm running kind of down the others because this hill is sort of a dome, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
So I'm gonna actually run down the other side of the hill where they can't see me. Hopefully.
My question is, are the three of you who are retreating, are you sticking together or not?
I'm sticking with Tarin.
And
Okay.
Tarin's running down the north edge of the hill.
And Zook.
I'm actually not going to run the same direction as them, just because. Well, because I might try to use invisibility again.
Okay.
So
So
you
I'm-
can turn invisible and we can't. Right, we get it.
You
Gotcha.
can turn invisible. I know.
No, that's fine. So Zook pops up, and he sees this Eldritch Blast nail this giant in the chest. Sees the starlight washes over him, and he decides to put that arrow right at ground zero there. And you plunge your arrow directly into this thing's heart, and you just see the life escape its face immediately, and it collapses forward. Iron Glove looks startled when this giant comes crashing down in front of her. She swoops up to the hill, and Khalil, you see this look of like approval on her face immediately melts away because you're the only one still standing there. Well, I don't know. You're still holding your bow out, right? Because you took a shot.
Yeah.
Then no, approval. She totally thinks you fired that arrow.
Yes, I'm excited for that. I love it. I love everything about this.
And you see her heft her axe, and she stows it away and gets out the bow, and she holds it at ready, and she just looks very intently on this wall of fire. Nodal, when does that wall of fire drop? How far away?
1 minute and it never drops because I'm concentrating on it.
Okay, but it doesn't drop even if you move out of range of the spell?
No.
Is that the same with your tentacles?
Yeah.
Okay.
I am double checking that though. I'm pretty sure I didn't see that in the concentration rules, but let me read real quick.
Because there's any chance you can intimidate a giant. Like, look what we did to these fuckers.
You know what? I'm actually going to rule that, because that doesn't sound right to me. If you move out of the range of the spell, of a concentration spell, and the effect doesn't move with you, it's going to end. It's too far away from your
Zook's dead
concentration.
30 years ago.
Is he?
Because he was flying.
That's true.
That's true. Let's not do that again then, hey?
That's why I'm thinking like that has to be the rule, because otherwise fly doesn't make sense.
It does, though, because you make yourself plus one other fly. That's why it makes sense. You stick together. So we're going to do it like that from now on.
So wait, so if they move out of the range, then
Whatever the range of the spell is, if the caster's out of range and it's got concentration, it's going to drop the spell.
Alright then, I guess I don't. I stick 120 feet away.
I mean, you don't have to. You can
Yeah,
still run.
I'll stay at the edge of the range then.
So you guys, that was the end of the range?
Yeah.
Zook, did you still retreat?
I don't have any fucking spells out there. I'm getting out of there.
Okay. Now, do they have to make their dex save versus restrained every turn, or do they just
Yes,
save once?
so at the start of each turn, if they start their turn in the area, they have to make a dex save or they become restrained.
And he passes.
Okay.
And go ahead and burn him, Eldove,
Oh, I will. Don't worry.
if you'd like to burn him.
Yeah.
Not like
Hey, at least we didn't run away this time, so...
not like
what's her
bow
name thinks
burning.
we're great.
Yeah, Iron Glove looked up and she sees Khalil holding the bow and arrow, and
She sees me on fire.
Can she tell the difference between a crossbow bolt and a short bow arrow?
Give it up, dude.
were you using a crossbow?
That's what Khalil uses, I thought.
No, I'm using a
he's
longbow, yo.
See, the thing is though, like she wouldn't have even seen the shaft. She just saw this hill giant go numb and crash to the ground. So
18
Good thing she
fire
wasn't
damage.
standing on the wrong
18
side.
fire damage to the pink one. I didn't specify that the giant was going to be pink. It just happened to be the first color that I clicked. So we're going to pretend that giant is Steve Buscemi.
I like it. I like
I'm
it
sorry,
so
that was
much.
what? 18, you said?
18.
18.
Oh wait, plus 5, so 23.
Okay.
I just imagine
It's
this
a good thing
giant
you
now
checked with
complaining
me
about how
several
he's the color
times.
pink.
Yeah, so
Well,
we have
I gotta be pink.
Steve Buscemi giant here. Orphan. The crashes are getting closer to you. You said you're moving up to the store?
Yeah.
Okay, then we'll pick you up from the store. You and Arik converge, because he's moving away from the store. And so you come out of the tree line. You see Benipe, the storekeeper. Did you do much with Benipe, or was that mostly Arik?
I've never met him, I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah, it was all me.
Then you see Arik kind of looking bewildered as the storekeeper, and you see the slave mark on his shoulder, holding his spear, rushing to the south, where you hear the sounds of combat.
This can't be what Osprey wants. I'd say flummoxed.
So Benipe is rushing south.
Yes, he's rushing away from the store, down to the south, towards the fields, where you just saw some giants pummel Chimere Udok.
I'm gonna go after him, and if I can catch up with him, I'm gonna try to drag him away.
Okay, so you're going to chase after Benipe. Arik, what are you doing?
Oh,
Yeah.
great. Here we go.
I will assist. Once I see Orphan, I will assist her.
Orphan's way faster than that guy.
I'm sure she is, but
Okay, so we'll come back and
Arik
resolve
wants
that
to
in a
help,
minute here.
So
Okay.
Khalil,
Arrow time.
arrow time. Oh wait, I'm sorry. This guy didn't attack. He just got burned. You don't have a turn yet.
Oh, okay.
I got to see if Iron Glove gets his shit pushed in. And he crits Iron Glove. That's
Oh, no.
not good. Well, his first attack missed. His second attack was a 20. I have a note file for the sessions when I sit down, and this week it's called You Done Pissed Off the Giants.txt.
I love it. I love it.
Can you add a column to that note each week, which is a number of times you roll a 20?
You can go ahead and fill in the number you want right now.
Yeah. I'm the DM. I can roll 20s whenever I want. That's the great part of being the DM. All right, so that's 12, 19. Okay. So that was most of her hit points, but she's still okay. And this giant tries to bring this great club down a couple times on top of Iron Glove's head. And the first time she ducks deftly out of the way, and the second time she tries to throw up her buckler and get it up there in time. But the club just comes crashing down through it, and she crumples to the ground. But she immediately stands back up. Like, you see where her buckler has just been shattered on her arm. And now, Khalil, you can take a shot.
Wait. No, he can't. Because there's another giant.
Because there's another giant?
That has his turn. That has...
Yeah, he
red giant has
he hasn't moved to a 1.
Oh, there's 2 turns? Okay, got it.
Yeah, there was a yellow, pink, and red giant.
I see now.
Which is nice that they don't all move at
once.
once.
What is this lime green shit? It's like you're a really annoying guy in my Twitch chat with the lime green shit. All right.
Well, I know, but that lime green is dropping a nat 20. So
no, that's fine. Whatever. Go ahead and roll the damage.
It's lucky lime. That's what they call it.
6 plus 1 is 7, so 7 damage there.
7 damage.
It's an extra attack.
Okay.
That one. Yes.
So you let loose with a second arrow. 2 arrows rapid fire, and the first time you catch him in the arm. And then he immediately snaps up to your attention and swirls around to his right, and your second arrow zips by him. And this gives Iron Glove enough time to get back up to her feet.
Get out of there!
And Homeboy fails his dex save, so go ahead and Tentaclor him.
Yes.
Tentaclor.
That giant's having a bad day.
8 damage.
8 bludgeoning damage.
Homeboy isn't getting out of that circle.
No.
He's trying. He's trying. Eldove, you can go ahead and burn him.
That one landed kind of cocked.
That's fine. It's a 1 anyway, you jerk.
No, it was between a 7 and a 1, so... 8, 16, 24, 27, and plus 5 is 32.
32 damage? Okay.
Basically, get fucked, giant.
Eldove.
He's red because he loves to feel fire.
It is. He's
I'm
actually
just gonna-
resistant to fire, so...
Not my fire.
Well, what's the deal, Eldove?
No, really though. He's not resistant to my
Yeah,
fire.
I know. What are you doing?
Oh, okay. I'm going to shoot this guy with a firebolt.
Looked like you were smacking him in the head with a D20.
That's part of it.
Yeah, you're good. AC
So-
13.
And 2 d10s.